at the time, comes out and says, I don't think she was doing it on purpose. The coach says that. Go all the way to the front. This is how she plays. Look,
damn, girl.
She's obviously very sweet. She doesn't at all have any negative intent at all. She doesn't hit hard, and she plays very clean basketball.
White privilege.
And watch what she does to the eyes. You see?
Ooh, wow. The play in the last game, I didn't see the play in real time.
That's her in the back.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Straight to a press conference.
So you can pause it right there.
And that's her right there.
That's her in the back, and that's the foul.
Here comes kindness.
I stand by them. I will always stand by them.
Amen.
Everybody else can go to hell.
Oh,
wait a minute. Kindness.
Wait a minute.
So you know what? We need kindness.
Grace.
They go high, you go.
Grace. Sounds like a wholesome Christian. Goes, hey, by the way, go to hell, and then you leave.
Walking,
talking contradiction.
Everybody else is trying to divide our locker room. No. Not having your players back will do quite the adequate job at doing that.
Patrick bet David wasted no time responding. He brought up the footage, faced the camera, and voiced exactly what many viewers were already thinking. Stephanie White had witnessed the play unfold right in front of her, yet instead of addressing it honestly at the time, she appeared to soften her position several days later, after the growing backlash became impossible to ignore.
After the DiJonai Carrington clothesline from hell incident the other day, in which she came out and said, oh, DiJonai's she's not a dirty player. She just plays real hard. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, look, she turns into the Charlie Brown teacher pretty quickly with a lot of people. At least with me, she does. The moment I realize she's going to do it again and not back her own player, yeah, I'm out. I got to tell you, one of the most obvious traits of a terrible leader: not taking any responsibility.
It all begins with the play involving DJ Carrington and Sophie Cunningham. Carrington appears to be going for a block, but instead her arm makes direct contact with Cunningham around the neck, causing Cunningham to immediately hit the floor and requiring the courtside trainers to check on her. The officials quickly ruled it a flagrant 2, resulting in Carrington's immediate ejection. The decision came so fast that Carrington was already being sent off before the broadcast had even finished showing the incident from a second replay angle.
She has to be fired immediately. Indiana Fever head coach Stephanie White walked past her own player Sophie Cunningham to check on DiJonai Carrington after the hard foul.
Nobody inside the arena needed a slow-motion replay to realize how serious the play looked. If you watch Stephanie White on the sideline at the exact moment it happened, her attention was completely fixed on the action. She wasn't looking at a clipboard or speaking with an assistant. She was watching the incident unfold live just a few feet away from her bench. And that detail becomes important, because only a few days later, Stephanie White appeared to present the situation differently, quietly changing the narrative around what she had witnessed in real time.
Yeah, I mean, look, it was a hard foul. I don't think that DiJonai intentionally came out to get her across the neck like she did, but it did happen, and I thought it was the right call. But, one of the things about Nay is that she's going to play her butt off, man. She's going to compete. Nobody's going to go walking in for a layup, and so I don't oppose the hard foul, but I also don't think that she intentionally went for the neck.
Immediately after the game, reporters questioned Stephanie White about the incident, and she answered without hesitation. She defended DJ Carrington's aggressive style, saying Carrington gives maximum effort every night and that no opponent should expect an uncontested path to the basket. White also made it clear that she wasn't against the physical nature of the foul. She went even further, saying she didn't believe Carrington deliberately targeted Cunningham's neck, despite having watched the sequence unfold from only a few feet away. That doesn't sound like the reaction of a coach who simply failed to see what happened. Instead, it comes across as a deliberate effort to stand behind a player she had coached for 2 seasons during her time in Connecticut.
I can't believe that Stephanie White kind of stood up for Carrington. You would never see Shell Reeve, Becky Hammond doing this. You may think something, but you sit in a press conference and say that in front of your team? You don't do that. That's how you lose the team. The team will go against you. What? I'm blown away by that. You can think, oh, I used to coach her, talk to her on the side, whatever, but you don't go on national news and basically put down your own team.
This isn't simply a coach talking about an unfamiliar player from another team. White had a genuine connection with Carrington. She had coached her, managed her in the locker room, and understood her competitive mentality on a personal level. So when the opportunity came to describe the foul honestly and acknowledge how it appeared in the moment, White chose a softer approach instead.
And why is Fever coach Stephanie White defending DiJonai Carrington over her own player? That is absolutely bizarre, considering you can watch the replay of that, and it was absolutely unacceptable what happened to Cunningham. Both Sophie Cunningham and Caitlin Collins are wonderful role models for young children, and they play the game exceptionally well. Sophie Cunningham said that the hit by DiJonai Carrington was intentional, but Sophie Cunningham's coach sided with Carrington. Carrington is a Chicago Sky Guard that was once coached by White. I just can't understand why the WNBA is not doing more to protect their players.
The response to that press conference was immediate and anything but subtle. Fans sitting courtside were visibly frustrated as soon as the replay appeared on the arena's Jumbotron. Within hours, clips of the incident were circulating across social media, pulling in millions of views by the following morning. Analysts kept returning to the same question: how could a foul officially ruled a flagrant 2, one that clearly left a player hurt, be characterized by that player's own coach as something she had no problem with? As the criticism continued to intensify, the pressure on Stephanie White to clarify or change her position grew. That mounting backlash helps explain what happened just a few days later, when White appeared in front of a different group of cameras and delivered a noticeably different version of events, with an entirely different tone.
In the last game, I didn't see the play in real time. I went straight to a press conference. I thought the play got called right. Thankfully, Sophie's okay. Was it egregious? Absolutely. When you have a chance to watch that over and over and over on replay, you can see that. I didn't have that in real time.
Were there any
I take personally any suggestions that I don't 100% always have my players back. I ride with them 10 toes down all the time. All the time.
3 days after the original incident, Stephanie White appeared at another press conference, but this time her tone was noticeably different. She claimed that she hadn't actually watched the play unfold live, saying she went directly from the bench to a previously scheduled media session. According to White, it was only after she later viewed the replay that she fully understood just how serious and egregious the incident had been. The controversy only grew after Stephanie White's explanation appeared to conflict with the sideline footage. Cameras showed her watching the play unfold, yet days later, she claimed she hadn't seen it live. Her repeated defense of DJ Carrington, combined with another similar incident involving contact to an opponent's face, made critics question whether White's personal history with Carrington influenced her response. Meanwhile, Sophie Cunningham was the player who actually suffered the hit, leaving fans to wonder why her own coach seemed more focused on defending Carrington than standing up for her injured player. With the contradictions continuing to fuel debate, the story is unlikely to disappear anytime soon.